we just wrote this record like very, I don't know, just very weird compared to how we normally do it.
Hmm.
Was it?
Do you think that the change of location impacted the sound of the record at all?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. How so?
Um, I don't know. Like whenever we write a song, there's like a mood in mind for it.
Mm,
And we all had to feel it. And like we just set the lights a certain way to be in the room. And like
yeah.
we always had for some reason like Guinness was the beer of the record. So like there's
Nice.
one song on the record called Guinness Business. And like we just I don't know. We just yeah, we're always going after a mood or a tone in each of the songs, and like we just very much set the tone of the room to feel how we were feeling. Like we would change the light colors to feel how we would feel, and yeah, it definitely had an impact in how we were writing and how we were feeling at the time, and like parts and how parts were being put together. And like I said, very different than what we normally do because normally we would just get in this room and start writing, and we didn't
Mm,
do that.
Yeah.
interesting.
What was like the reason for changing up the scenery? What, like, did it happen organically, or was it like you guys being like, we're gonna write this record outside of the studio?
Mhm.
It started with just ease of like because we all work different jobs, we all have different schedules, we all have different times, and Jake has like the most labor intensive work and schedule. And at first it started as kind of like this, you know what, we'll just bring everything to you, like you'll that way you'll be home and comfy and in your environment. And then the more we started doing that, we kind of just enjoyed how it was writing at his place. So yeah, we just started going about it that way, and it wasn't really intentional at the start in terms of like, oh, we're gonna write the record here for sure, but it ended up being that way to where we just made a conscious decision, like, you know what? The first couple songs we've written have turned out really good. We really like how this feels, like the vibe is good in the room, so we're just gonna keep going with that.
Fair enough, makes
Hell yeah.
sense.
And when, like, halfway through the writing process, when you guys did decide to dub this record as your self-titled, do you think that put any extra pressure on yourself while finishing
Oh,
off the record?
Oh, 100%. I've
Yeah.
felt so much pressure in trying to finish like the lyrics on this record and the
Wow.
melodies. And
Mhm.
I definitely did not do myself any favors by naming it a self-titled because I'm like, oh fuck, like now this is gonna people are gonna really focus on the fact that it's like, why did they call it a self-titled? Like what is
Yeah.
like every part entail? What does it encompass? And I feel like yes, there's much more of a microscope on everything that we're doing because of it. And specifically like I have like I'm like double guessing like on
Mhm.
stuff. I'm like rewriting stuff. I keep going back and forth on stuff. So yeah, there's definitely added pressure it being a self-titled.
Yeah.
100%.